video, I challenged myself to find something that will allow me to explore. But it feels something when you actually take the time to go in person and go physically find things to answer your questions. It talks a lot about fear, the long attention span. It feels like who else is like the same? Okay, one thing about me though, I actually really like reading multiple books at one time. I don't know why, but it depends on the type of book. Like when it comes to fantasy, I cannot read 2 books at once that are fantasy. But the thing about this video is I challenged myself going into the library. I challenged myself to find something that will educate me or give me some sorts of information on something that I really like. And so I did, to find something that will allow me to explore, allow me to kind of be more in tune with things that I'm so interested in. And I feel like I always talk about that because I have so many videos on becoming a more interesting person. It's not about the way people view you when I talk about those things. It's a way of how you view yourself. We all have something so cool, unique, and interesting about ourselves. And when you give yourself the time to put away a little distractions and tune inwards into you, you really see how interesting and amazing you are. And without any external material things, but just to the core of you, because we're always learning about ourselves. I'm just such a deep thinker. I think it's just, I don't know. I'm going to kind of give a quick, because I've already showed what the books were, thought process with choosing these books, why I chose them, and what I expect from them all. Talk about my experience at the library. It's been such a while since I've gone. So with that being said, it felt really nice. I was there for quite a bit of time actually, and I loved how I didn't care about that. One thing I've been learning is allowing myself to exist without the care of others, or exist without letting go of a performance. I feel like you would have no idea how much you may perform, which I feel like to a certain extent, maybe we all are always performing. It's just something I've been really taking a thought into, but I'm wanting to do things every single day to lower that. And so, for example, like when I was getting a book, allowing myself to be present, allowing myself to smell the room, allowing myself to view the book, view the library through my own lenses, and not really all the time worrying about, oh, what do I look like? How am I acting? How am I walking? Like all these unnecessary things, but allowing yourself to just kind of be authentic and exist. It was very adventurous. Every time I go to a library, I feel adventurous. I always romanticize the outfits I wear. It's really fun because libraries are always so filled with a lot of quietness, a lot of happiness, at least from experiences for me. Libraries always just have a really good energy, and that's why I love them so much. But yeah, I feel like reading allows you to also be like a mini explorer, Curious George, or be like a someone that can just dive deep, especially when you find things that are interesting to you and you dive into it. It's crazy because there's always so much that we can have easily at our hands, but it feels so much different sometimes when you actually take the time to go in person and go physically find things to answer your questions. And that's why I think I wanted to do this type of video. And that's because I have so much questions that come through my mind all the time that I'm wanting to answer. And sometimes I don't want it to always be short attention span things. I want it to be long attention span things. A lot of my life, I've been learning about slowness and pace and following my own journey in life, regardless of how I may look to others or regardless of what other people are doing. Being the main character of my own life, my own story, my own book. And I've learned more about my favorite things in the world. So let's get into it. I want to say this thing. I was so disappointed because I didn't get a tornado book. And I didn't think about it until I was driving on my way back. I was like, oh, I should have gotten a tornado book. I moved over here. I wanted to get a little closer. I'm gonna get into this soon. But let's do... We have sign language. You know, I've always been interested in learning sign language a lot more. Sign language was one of the few things I actually took from elementary school, and it stuck with me. So I've always been kind of learning about it, not on a fast pace, but just here and there. And yeah, I just wanted to learn more. Really have enjoyed it so far. Keep in mind, the coolest thing about this type of video I'm making though is I'm able to find books that I'm able to pick up, and that's why I'm able to kind of read multiple books at once, because some of these books are like learning based books, and so I don't have to be kind of that consistent with it, because I didn't read this yesterday, but I read this the day before, and I'm allowing myself to kind of have options and choose from moments I'm ready for curiosity, moments I'm ready for learning, moments I'm ready for enjoying, whatever mood I'm in. I think that's so cool to have so much options and exploring just your mind and whatever that is. I can learn. Easy book to follow, 10 out of 10. Afraid. We have finally an anxiety book. Let me tell you guys, this book, I love it so much. It's so easy to follow. The person who made this book did such a good job with the writing. It's so easy to follow, and it's so educational. It talks a lot about fear. It talks about fear and anxiety, but I haven't really got much into the anxiety part yet, which I'm very excited to get to. But it has covered fear. There's so much that I didn't know was attached to the word fear, and I am just so excited to honestly just get so much more into it. Like, I'm on a section that is titled Fear versus Anxiety. Definitely very different things. And I do believe a lot of anxiety does stem from fear to some extent. And so I'm just so appreciative of this book, and I just know I will walk out of it like feeling a lot more educated on anxiety and fear. Albert Einstein. So far, love it, 10 out of 10. I think let me hope I'm saying this right. Fear is like when you're in an initial time period where you're experiencing threat. While as anxiety, it happens before it even occurs, which is crazy. Like, your body experiences the physical things, your body experiences it, your brain is the first thing that it kind of starts in, and then your body physically goes through it. But it's like premeditated. It happens before it occurs in your body, before the initial cause of the anxiety occurs. This is a great book. I have read this before, but I think I got it again because it was such a different time period when I read it. And sometimes when you know there's a good book, you want to go back and read it again because you know the first time you read it, you didn't read it the right way, which was like years ago. But I'm no longer in a place where I need this anymore. And plus, I actually don't think I relate to it as much as I maybe thought I did. I definitely, as a person, deal with sensitivity and overwhelmness and so much of that, but I wouldn't necessarily associate myself as an empath. And so I think I've really, after reading this a little bit, I realized I actually don't relate to it as much as I thought I did. And so, yeah, but it's a great book. It is a really great book, but I don't think this is me. And I think that's growth, when you realize you're becoming introspective and you know you're able to pinpoint who you kind of, what things are actually you and what aren't. But sensitivity and being an empath, they can be similar, but they're not the same thing at all. Next, we have To Affinity and Beyond. So I got this book, have not started it yet. Actually I have 18 pages. I love a book with illustration. I'm such a visual learner. So I love a book with illustration, especially if it's a chapter book like this and illustration. Sign me up. Really understand. But I haven't started this one yet just because I'm going to save the best for last of why I have not started this one yet. Did I get it? Because I love space. Duh. That's why I got it. And I'm just so excited. Some tabs already. I've started a good chunk of it. But Vegetable Garden, the Container Bible. This book is about gardening, and you know, I could have been like a normal person and go to YouTube and find out how to garden, but I wanted to start off with reading. I did actually though afterwards watch some videos, of course. Say it really helped reading it. I'm such a slow learner, and sometimes like it's really nice to go at my own pace learning something. I'm sorry, I'm just not noticing how fuzzy that is. Let me fix it. Oh, yep, that helped. Sorry. I'm sorry if you hated it. But let me tell you, it felt really nice going at my own pace. It really did. And I feel like when I read something slowly at a slow pace and long attention span, it feels like I'm actually able to get the information in the best that I can. And so, yeah, it sticks in my brain more. I think it's great. Right, best for last. Boom. Fun, cute little story. Okay, when I was in the library, he was checking out my books. And he was like midway through, and I was like, 1 second, I just go get the book. And I was not going to get it because of how big it is. It's huge. But I was like, you know what? That's okay. We're going to take it home with us anyways. And yeah. So I went up there. I took it. I was like, and this too, please. And he's like, okay, great. And so, yeah, I carried it to the car. So glad I got it because I have been loving the illustrations in here, and it's very educational. 1 second. Oh my gosh, one of my favorites. This is Jupiter. Oh my goodness. Guys, I saw a video of that big red dot. I hope that's the right one. Jupiter is a really big planet. Galaxies. I got this because obviously I love space. It's just another educational book that I could spend time on to explore my interest. All right, lastly, I want to talk to you guys about. You guys remember this painting? Guess what? I'm making another one. Now, to see the process and what I did in the video whenever I insert it, but I have a lot of work to do on it. This is going to take me probably a week to do. And I love that. I like getting myself long projects to do because what's the rush? What's the rush? And so, it looks really bad right now. You're probably like, what the heck is that? It looks like a building. It's not a building. It's going to be like a space illustration of, looks like 20 pieces of space things. So I'm going to put in some of these gaps. I'm going to put stars in one, cluster stars, a black hole illustration, just show a whole map of it and hang it on my wall. I got another one, but that one's going to be like something different about space. So obviously most likely see it if it doesn't turn out to be like literal garbage. The thing is, even if some people may not find your art to be nice, that doesn't matter. Like, art is so subjective and you can get better over time. Like if you don't practice now, you're never going to really get to the level you want to be. So don't hold yourself back from that, you know? But it's all about fun. Oh well. See you later. Bye.